HBO Game of Thrones may be one of the biggest shows in the world today, but back in 2010 when the show was filming its first season, no one knew how huge the HBO series would become. Which meant it didn't exactly have a huge budget to work with, just in case it flopped. Alan Taylor, one of the show's directors, has been working on the series since the beginning, including directing Season 1's Baelor-aka, the episode where they killed off a main character by chopping off Ned Stark's, Sean Bean, head. HBO In a recent episode of Notes on a Scene for Vanity Fair, Alan limited on the kind of budget they were working with, pointing out all of the things they could have changed if they had more money going into the series at that point. It's funny seeing how small and rinky-dink the scene is because Game of Thrones has gone on to become very well funded by HBO, he said. But at this stage in Season 1, no one had seen the show yet, we didn't know if it had an audience yet and we didn't have a dime. As well as pointing out that the scene of Ned's execution had not nearly enough extras, Taylor added that when he watches the scene now, he can see just how little money they had at the time. But I think it still packs an emotional punch, he said. Related, Bodyguard's Richard Madden was paid FK all for Game of Thrones. We couldn't afford these guys, Alan later added, circling a gap in the crowd, before he continued to explain that they probably argued over how many banners we could afford to make up the scenes set to. Of course, nowadays Game of Thrones isn't a series that has to worry too much about budget, having spent big bucks on huge sequences in the past, while Season 8 is reported to have cost up to $15 million per episode too. But, as Alan added in the Vanity Fair clip, this is the old days with no money. Still just as powerful, though, if you ask us. HBO/Everett/Rex features We earn a commission for products purchased through some links in this article. Game of Thrones Season 8 will premiere on April 14, 2019. The show airs on HBO in the US and Sky Atlantic and Now TV in the UK. Season 7 is now available to buy on DVD, Blu-ray or digital download. Want up to the minute entertainment news and features? Just hit like on our Digital Spy Facebook page and follow on our @DigitalSpy Instagram and Twitter account.